What's up, all you GEOs out there?
New text message from 469. Bro, I'll call you later. I'm dispatch here at the ER.
Oh, ER. Oh no. Let me check. Hold on. Oh, we're good. Just a fellow GEO. He's at the ER working. All right. So what's up? Good afternoon. Happy Monday to you. It's great to be here. I'm your host, the good old GEO. Just here right now, making video after video after video after video, sharing the life and story of Mr. Used to be Mark Price, or the old name. See, I got a new name. Because I'm able to drop my name. I dropped Mark Price, the whole Mark Price though. All of Mark Price's gone. And I took on a new name, and it's called GEO, God Expressing Oneness. And this is none other than yourself. So, because you are none other than the self. And I am none other than the self. And we together are the one self. So, GEO is just the self expressing the self. So, I'm here on this channel, channeling for Mark, as Mark, well, GEO now, but we're going to go ahead and use him as if he's still in the picture, but he's not. So, I'm here channeling for Mark, as Mark, to Mark. Because, and no, I guess it's better said GEO, you know. But that's what it is. I mean, I know you're like, what the heck? But that's what it is. And let's look at it together. What's really going on here? Oh, I know there's some bumps. But what's really going on here? What is really going on here? Are you my audience? Am I speaking to you? Are you under the impression that I'm speaking to the wind or speaking to an audience? What's really going on? Am I really here speaking to myself? Am I speaking to God directly? I'm speaking none other than to God. First and foremost, we would have it no other way but than to be able to speak to God directly. So, this is the first thing on the mind. This is the first thing on the heart. This is the first thing on the lips. This is the first thing. I'm speaking to God. That's what this is. I'm speaking to God. I'm putting my life out into the ether of the air. I'm sharing my life, which it's all, this whole thing, you know, me saying I'm putting my life, or, you know, speaking into the ether, we're all in the ether. It's all the ether. We're all up in it. You're doing that whether you're at home with no channel or not, or if you're just a regular person. What you do, what you say, how you think, and the things you do and how you do them is you're putting it out into the ether. So you're vibing, you're vibrating. You're putting energy out into the ether to where you're vibrating at all times. And so this is having a direct response or a direct effect, and it's causing, and a lot of the things that are going on in your life is because of the vibration you send out into the ether. So the vibration that you send out into the ether is going to attract, that's what we call law of attraction, that to which it like for like, right? So whatever vibration you're sending out is what you're going to get back. So powerful. So powerful. So wherever we're vibrating, that's what we're going to see. And so we talk to God. We're talking to God. We've been talking like this long before this channel opened up. We've been talking with God long before this channel opened up. Conversations with God was a title of a book that I should have wrote a long time ago. But I've been talking to God like this forever. Seems like forever. And in reality is forever. Because there is no time. And so I stay out of the construct of time. I stay out of thought. I stay in communion with God. God thinks for me. God does the thinking. God does the seeing. God does the doing. He does it all. And that's the vibration that I'm sending out. The universe, if you want to, like sometimes we have two classes of people where, God, the Bible, Jesus, and all this, and then, we have another class of people, the universe, the source, all that is, and yada, yada, yada. It's all the same. It just is what it is. We speak to both. If you like the word source, so do I. If you like the statement, all that is, so do I. If you like the word God, so do I. So whatever your vibration is, and so that's where I'm vibrating at all times. I'm always vibrating from the perspective of being, you can say, within my Father's grasp, protected, surrounded, within my Father. You can say, in my own recognition of my own union with all that is. You can say, in the atonement that has taken place. You can say, in the place of the kingdom where I rest. You can say within the stillness of the kingdom where I rest. You can say within the rest of the kingdom and within the stillness of heaven, or either way, But this is all vibration. This is all living within one's totality. And whatever vibration we're sending out, however we're vibing, wherever we're vibing at, however we're thinking, however we're interpreting what we're doing, and when we're doing it and how we're doing it, everything plays into the attitude that you have. Everything. All things you do, think, get involved with, play into, and how you deal with each thing and look at each thing and how you perceive it. And are you, what are you really perceiving? Are you judging? Are you open or are you full? Are you flexible? Are you malleable? Are you open or are you closed? And these are things to look at when it comes to attitude, because attitude is what it's all about. Attitude is the class that we love the most. Attitude is where it's at. Attitude can be talked about, communicated about nonstop all day long. It's really nothing about attitude. But how do we have that attitude on a consistent basis? What do we do? What can we do? What are we used to doing right now? Let's take a look at how we act right now. Where's our attitude right now? But let's examine. Let's be honest and let's examine our attitude throughout the day and how we see things, how we observe things, how we're defining things, how we're judging things. Are we judging things right? Is there a right way to judge things, or is it just not judging things at all? So we need to answer that question, right? Or is it just judging things in a right way? Or is it even both? But how is our attitude now? What's going on within ourself now? And where can we look to practically change how we're observing or how we're perceiving that which is before us? And how can we, like I said, make some practical steps to change or perceive things differently so that we can change or pivot our attitude to more indirectly help us or directly help us with what we're involved in currently. How can we be more effective? How can we be more in harmony with what we have on our table right now? That's the pivoting, that's the energy, that's the vibration, that's where we want to be. This is attitude. What's going on in my life? How can I change my attitude? Or am I even recognizing that it's my attitude that's causing everything that's going on? Even things that seem to be out of my control are still seeming to be, affecting me. And is it because of my attitude that even these things around me and my surroundings are the way they are? And yes, that is a fact. So it's the attitude, it's our attitude, it's your attitude, it's how you're perceiving what's going on in front of you, or what happened, or how the other person is dealing with you, how they're communicating. It's usually a breakdown of communication, even to those that are closest to us, because words are really just not that sufficient to do the job sometimes. And so we try to use the words we use the words we're aware of. Until we're aware of different words or more words, or being more precise or specific about how to make a point or what we really want, until we're more in tune with what we really want, it's really important for the other person that's listening on their side to be able to listen between the words, to be able to understand, that there's more to what's being said. Listening is key. Listening is an art. Listening is the warrior way. Listening, and not just listening, but hearing behind what's trying to be expressed, knowing that it's just an expression from the gate, knowing that this person is trying to express themselves or relate or share or connect. And this is their way of doing it. And they're asking for something. Is there a need that needs to be met? Is there something that I need to do right away to pay attention to and be intentful with what's in front of me? Where's my opportunity to serve? This is what we're bringing. And so if we're vibrating at a higher energy from the gate, then we're going to be able to be open enough to observe and take advantage of opportunities that present themselves as spontaneous movements of God that you can be part of, and you can recognize, and you can experience being ready and being prepared and being available, like my guru will say, being available. It's always about availability. The only reason why you're missing opportunities is because you're unavailable, but you're just not unavailable physically. You're unavailable mentally and spiritually, because you're caught up in too many thoughts. You're caught up in too much thinking. You're caught up in too much distraction. You're not able to balance different things that are going on in your life and give attention to what needs to be given attention to in a way that might be a little bit more balanced. And so we're not controlling the thoughts are controlling us. So sometimes we're dwelling upon or thinking about something that could have happened. Maybe it was, you didn't get the perfect score at your bowling game. I don't know. But maybe we're just thinking about that a little too much. Maybe it's, kind of entered our space. Something may have happened. Maybe, you tripped or whatever. And we're continuing to think about it. We're continuing to mull over it. We're continuing to keep over and over and over. And it's invading our space. And so this is not being able to control thy thoughts. And so this is the thought. This is what I've been saying from day one, from all my videos. Thought, no thought, no thought. But this is not having control of your thoughts, and this is vibrating at a different this is vibrating at a different frequency. And so I'm gonna have to get back with you on this one. I'll be back.